There is growing concern about the amount of water required to operate ethanol distilleries. And when you have a huge 110 million gallon a year ethanol plant in one location pulling on underground water, it can quickly lower water tables. The water issue, in my opinion, and ethanol is a small part of this. Remember, it takes 1,000 tons of water to produce 1 ton of grain. So the really big water use in ethanol production is not in the distillery, though that's concentrated in a very small area. It's the water that's required to produce the corn. One of the interesting things about falling water tables is you can't photograph them. If tropical rainforests are burning, you can photograph them, you see them on the evening news, and people can understand it. But you can't photograph the falling water table, so you never see one. You hear about wells eventually going dry. But half the world's people now live in countries where water tables are falling and wells are going dry. Most of the 3 billion people to be added by 2050, I don't think they will be, but are projected to be added in countries, most of them where water tables are already falling. So I think the water, I mean, we forget how water-intensive food production is. 70% of all the water we use in the world that we pump from underground or divert from rivers is used for irrigation. We drink less than 4 quarts of water a day, and juice, coffee, beer, whatever. But the food we consume each day requires 2,000 quarts of water to produce. 2,000 quarts. I remember doing an article on this for a magazine. The proofs came back, and the editors circled 2,000 quarts of water per day. And the margin said, "Don't you need 2,000 quarts of water per year to produce our food?" And that's not a surprising reaction. I mean, that's the way it seems. But it takes an enormous amount of water to produce food. And that's where, I mean, most of us recognize we're facing a future of water shortages in many parts of the world. But I don't think everyone has yet connected the dots to see the future of water shortages will likely also be a future of food shortages.